you are exposed, use sharp turns or climb over buildings to break your pursuer's line of sight.
Heathen! I'll get you! Where are you? Open your damn eyes! Ah, hell. I don't know where he went.
I need money, sir. I'm poor.
What's going on? What's he running?
I need food. I'm so hungry. Just a little money.
I wonder what he's up to. In for it, Bettler! The fool's gonna run into someone.
Why must he run around?
Don't be waxes. Just a few coins, please.
Not in such a hurry.
What are you doing it? Die, thief!
Let me go, please. Please help me. Anyone.
Thief!
Wait.
This'll teach you
What
not
have
to
I done
steal.
wrong?
Wayhack! Heathen, you'll pay dearly! Heathen! You'll die for that! You can't run forever!
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness. I swear it.
How could this happen? Is that... Oh no. Oh Lord, have mercy.
Won't anyone help me?
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal.
Stop it, please. You're hurting me.
Die, thief!
That hurts. Stop it, please. What have I done wrong? Tell me, please.
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal.
Won't anyone help me?
Thief! Leave this place! Not to steal.
You're hurting me.
You dare steal in my presence! That will cost you your life!
That hurts. Stop it, please.
Tu as un problème?
What have I done wrong? Tell me, please.
Die, heathen!
Though don't think I couldn't have handled them myself. Still, you've done right by me. I'll see to it that the favor is returned.
What happened here?
All right then. Where are you?
Oh God, don't kill me! Oh, it's you, Altair. You scared me. Richard's men are after me. 2 of them, to be exact. I was trying to strike a deal with them, but I realized that they were toying with me, so I ran away. You shall be the angel of death and collect their heads before they collect mine. When it is done, I shall tell you of the deal.
Such a strange man.
Please, don't leave like
You don't wish me any harm, I know. Just more.
Guard! Stop him! He's a murderer!
Someone
Murderer!
what you did and you won't
You
get away
killed
with
that
it.
person! I saw you!
God! He
Guard!
seems to be in a hurry. Why must he run around like that?
stand and fall, sir. Need the money. Why is he in such a rush?
Is he running from someone?
No, please, don't leave like this. Just a few coins, please. No, stand and fall, sir. I need the money.
What a relief it is to know that I am safe. Thank you, Master. I tried to make a deal with the Citadel guards to leave the gates open even when the alarm sounds. I failed you. So now your only escape from Richard's Citadel will be to climb the fortress walls. Forgive me.
You have no business here. Leave. You're not supposed to be here. Leave.
They let you come and go as you please. I thought the fortress was closed to all.
Aye, but William wishes to have repairs completed as soon as possible. It's been to our advantage.
The perfect cover. It's clever.
Anyway, I finished my report and should deliver it.
For once, it seems things might go our way, and not by accident.
Well, the Bible does say God helps those who help themselves.
Nah, it doesn't, actually. That's from one of Aesop's fables. The Bible says quite the opposite, in fact. Many passages of being patient and faithful and waiting for the Lord to decide if he wishes to assist.
Well, I say we've waited long enough.
You'll hear no argument from me.
Very well, I'm off then.
Go away! Bewegung! You're a dead man!
Terrible! Je vais t'étriper!
You die here! Das ist nicht entscheidend! I will make you bleed! Keep down the fire! Höre den Bock!
I could have been injured. My
You're a dead man here! Go!
But the other tries to embrace. What good could come of this when a king cannot decide what he truly
Leave
wants?
me alone, for Christ's sake.
William knows. If you would only listen. William of Montferrat had a vision. Saw a way to end our pain. It's him we should follow. It's him will lead us to victory. And what do we have to show for it? Graves and widows and orphaned sons? King Richard promises a better tomorrow, unspoiled land and new beginnings, but he's delivered only death. Stand up, friends. Do not allow yourself to be sent to slaughter based on the whims and wishes of an uncertain king. We must rely on men who are stronger in their convictions. Men like William of Montferrat.
Be gone, pest.
Leave now, or I'll make you leave. I'm supposed to be afraid of you? This Good Lord, don't make me laugh. I can kill you with my eyes closed. I'm supposed to be afraid of you? Good Lord, don't make me laugh.
Stop! Enough! Enough! What is it you want? Gold? I've a few pieces on me. Take them. Take them and go.
It's not gold I seek, but information.
I know nothing.
You know William. Tell me how to reach him.
It's impossible. He meets with the king.
And when will the king be gone?
Today. But it won't help you. They're sure to argue, and then William will retire to lecture the soldiers. So it always goes. Richard berates William. William berates his men. He won't see you.
I already told you. I need to see William. I never said he needs to see me.
Then our business is done.
Not yet, I'm afraid. There's one last thing I need from you.
What is it?
Your life.
Il est devenu fou.
No, please, don't leave like this. Just a few coins, please.
I wonder if he's been chased by
He must be late for something.
He'll hunt someone, Altair, what brings you back so soon?
I've done as asked and armed myself with knowledge.
Speak, and I will judge.
William's host is large and many men call him master, but he's not without enemies. He and King Richard do not see eye to eye.
It's true, they've never been close.
This works to my advantage. Richard's visit has upset him. Once the king has left, William will retreat into his fortress to brood. He'll be distracted. That's when I will strike.
You're sure of this?
As sure as I can be. And if things change, I'll adapt.
Then I give you leave to go. End the life of Montferrat, that we may call this city free.
I'll return when the deed's been done.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Go away, peasant.
Why is he doing that?
You're somewhere you shouldn't be. Leave before you get hurt.
A few coins, all I ask for is but a few coins.
What is that man thinking?
This is actually quite amusing.
Help! I need help! Please! Anyone!
You'll be
Death
I'll hunt you down! What the hell I can now out of this? Never forever! I'm sorry! There is that Schwunden!
few coins. All I ask for is but a few coins. No, you don't understand. I'm poor, sir. I need the money. No, please, don't leave like this. Just a few
The
coins,
Saracens
please.
are routed at
Please,
every
sir,
turn.
have any money?
We cast
I beg
them
of
out
you,
of
sir. I
Acre
beg of
and
you, just
pushed
a few
them from the
coins,
countryside.
please.
Now they retreat to the south, begging Saladin to save them. But he will not succeed, for none can withstand the might of King Richard's army. He is graced by God. It is only a matter of time, friends, before all the land is ours once more, as it was meant to be. Citizens, remain though the road is long and your trials many, know that God watches over you. First in Acre, soon in Jaffa. We must do all we can to aid them in their cause. Tend to your
The
field.
family's sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins?
$3,000 souls, William. I was told they would be held as prisoners and used to barter for the release of our men.
The Saracens would not have honored their end of the bargain. You know this to be true. I did you a favor.
Oh, yes. A great favor indeed. Now our enemies will be that much stronger in their convictions. Fight that much harder.
I know our enemy well. They will not be emboldened, but filled with fear.
Tell me, how is it you know the intentions of our enemies so well? You who forsake the field of battle to play at politics.
I did what was right, what was just.
You swore an oath to uphold the work of God, William. But that is not what I see here. No. I see a man who's trampled it.
Your words are most unkind, my liege. I would hope I might have earned your trust by now.
You are Archer's regent, William, set to rule in my stead. How much more trust is required? Perhaps you'd like my crown.
You missed the point. But this is nothing new.
Much as I'd like to waste my day trading words with you, I've a war to fight. We'll have to continue this another time.
Do not let me delay you then, Your Grace. I fear there will be no place for men like him in the New World. Send word that I wish to speak with the troops. We must ensure that everyone is doing their part. Warn them that any negligence would be severely punished. I'm in no mood to be trifled with today.
Yes, my lord.
The rest of you, follow me.
Prévenez-moi si vous l'apercevez.
This place is restricted. Be gone!
Je parie qu'il nous
Come
observe
no
en ce
further.
moment. Prévenez-moi si vous l'apercevez.
Stop!
Il n'a pas pu quitter la ville, alors restez au taquet. together! We are committed! Why do you say this?
I see the way you train. You lack conviction and focus. Gossip and gambling. Tasks set
Il y a un assassin dans les
fulfilled, poorly performed. This ends today.
Il n'a pas pu quitter la ville.
I will
Alors restez aux aguets.
reputation at his hands. For whether or not you see it, and you should, this is your fault. Bring shame upon us all. Skill and dedication are what won us up, and they will be required to keep it. I have been too lenient, it seems, but no more. You will train harder and more often. If this means missing meat, missing sleep, so be it. And should you fail in these tasks, you will learn the true meaning of discipline. Bring them forward. If I must make examples of some of you to ensure obedience, leave, and so be it. The two of you stand accused of whoring and drinking while on duty. What say you to these charges?
My lord, please. We meant no harm by it.
We forgot ourselves. What happened again?
No, it won't. Disregard for duty is infectious. It shall be rooted out and destroyed. In this way, we may prevent its spread. Am I understood?
Yes, my lord. Of course. By your command.
Good, good. Return to your posts, filled with a new sense of purpose. Stay strong, stay focused, and we will triumph. Falter, however, and you will join these men. Be sure of it. Dismissed!
Fall down! Or step to! Qui a fait ça? Je veux savoir! Damn! Where is the heathen responsible for this?
Clear the fortress! Do not...
I will make you clear!
You deserve to Can't run forever! Guards, seal the fortress! Do not let the assassin leave here alive!
Come back here! Je suis idiot! Je vais achever!
Rest now. Your schemes are at an end.
What do you know of my work?
I know that you are going to murder Richard and claim Akka for your son Conrad.
For Conrad, my son is an arse, unfit to lead his host, let alone a kingdom. And Richard, the Oncino is no better, blinded as he is by faith in the insubstantial. Acre does not belong to either of them.
Then who?
The city belongs to its people.
How can you claim to speak for the citizens? You stole their food, disciplined them without mercy, forced them into service under you.
Everything I did to prepare them for the new world. Stole their food? No. I took possession so that when the lean times came, it might be rationed properly. Look around. My district is without crime, save those committed by you and your ilk. And as for the conscription, they were not being trained to fight. They were being taught the merits of order and discipline. These things are hardly evil.
No matter how noble you believe your intentions, these acts are cruel and cannot continue.
We'll see how sweet they are, the fruits of your labors. You do not free the cities as you believe, but rather damn them. And in the end, you'll have only yourself to blame. You who speak of good intentions.
You can't get away from me! You're mine! Kill the assassin! You'll never get away! You won't get away from me! Heathen, you'll pay dearly! You're done for! Just give up! You won't get away from me! Je t'aurai! Stay on! Move, damn it! Ne restez pas là! Je vais te traquer comme un animal! Avant! Dégagez! Come on, out of my way! You're all dead men! Assassin! Stop it! You've no reason to I have your head! Find him! You hide! You'll return! Heathen, you'll pay dearly! Waste of my time! He's probably moved on.
What news? William of Montferrat is dead, and with him his plans for betrayal.
You've done well keeping Akka from his hands.
But why now, when the Crusaders require unity most? You could have waited.
Waited for what? For Richard to return and discover his schemes? No. It was the perfect time for him to strike.
Strange. I was sure he meant to take Akka for Conrad, yet he claimed this was not his plan.
You cannot trust the words of a snake, which even in death produces venom.
I should discuss this with Al-Mualim.
Yes, my friend. Make haste for Masyaf. I am sure he is eager for news.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one. Preparation is crucial to your success. Clear the area of archers and guards before...
Come, Altair. I would have news of your progress.
I've done as you've asked.
Good, good. I sense your thoughts are elsewhere. Speak your mind.
Each man I'm sent to kill speaks cryptic words to me. Each time I come to you and ask for answers. Each time you give only riddles in exchange, but no more.
Who are you to say no more?
I'm the one who does the killing. If you want it to continue, you'll speak straight with me for once.
Tread carefully, boy. I do not like your tone.
And I do not like your deception.
I have offered you a chance to restore your lost honor.
Not lost. Taken. By you. And then you've sent me to fetch it again like some damn dog.
It seems I'll need to find another. A shame. You showed great potential.
I think if you had another, you'd have sent him long ago. You said the answer to my question would arise when I no longer needed to ask it. So I will not ask. I demand you tell me what binds these men.
What you say is true. These men are connected by a blood oath not unlike our own.
Who are they?
Non nobis, domine non nobis.
Templars.
Now you see the true reach of Robert de Sales.
All of these men, leaders of cities, commanders of armies.
All pledge allegiance to his cause.
Their works are not meant to be viewed on their own, are they? But as a whole, what do they desire?
Conquest. They seek the Holy Land not in the name of God, but for themselves.
What of Richard? Salah-ad-Din?
Any who oppose the Templars will be destroyed. Be assured they have the means to accomplish it.
Then they must be stopped.
That is why we do our work, Altair. To ensure a future free of such things.
Why did you hide the truth from me?
That you might pierce the veil yourself. Like any task, knowledge precedes action. Information learned is more valuable than information given. Besides, your recent behavior had not inspired much confidence.
I see.
Altair, your mission has not changed. Merely the context within which you perceive it.
And armed with this knowledge, I might better understand those Templars that remain.
Is there anything else you want to know?
What about the treasure Malik retrieved from Solomon's temple? Robert seemed desperate to have it back.
In time, Altair, all will become clear. Just as the role of the Templars has revealed itself to you, so too will the nature of their treasure. For now, take comfort in the fact that it is not in their hands, but ours.
If this is your desire.
It is. You are restored another rank. Take back your weapon. Use it to bring honor to the Brotherhood. Altair, before you go...
Yes?
How did you know I wouldn't kill you?
Truth be told, Master, I didn't. I took a leap of faith.
Use vigilantes you have freed to block your pursuers and break their line of sight.
Safety and peace, Malik.
Word that the city was possessed of either. Why do you trouble me today?
Al-Mualim has marked Majd-ud-Din for death. What can you tell me about him?
Salah ad-Din's absence has left the city without a proper leader, and Majd-ud-Din has appointed himself to play the part. Fear and intimidation get him what he wants. He has no true claim to the position.
That ends today.
You speak too readily. This is not some slaver we're discussing. He rules Jerusalem and is well protected because of it. I suggest you plan your attack carefully. Get to better know your prey.
With your help, I will. Where would you have me begin my search?
What's this? You're actually asking for my assistance instead of demanding it. I'm impressed.
Be out with it.
As you wish. Here's where I would look. First, to the southwest near the mosque. After that, head south of here. There are 2 locations that might interest you. The southernmost church is one, the other is in the streets, near a synagogue.
Thank you for your help, Dai.
Don't foul this, Altair. Does this look like the site of an execution? Get to work!
Come, have a look. You won't be disappointed. Come see what I have to offer.
Leave this place.
You'll find everything here, my friend. There's nothing I do not have. You want it, I've got it. Come no further. Turn back now.
You shouldn't be here. Be gone.
He's just killed the one! Out of the way! Get away from me! Get out of my way!
No, please don't, please.
Why won't anyone keep up? Don't let him away!
Should Richard take Jaffa, there will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next. We must end this before it has a chance to begin. That city is ours, has always been ours, and it is our duty.
Is him alive? Has he lost his mind? What's got into him?
What would make someone...
That hurts!
Yes, dear.
Stop it, please!
أغرب عن وجهي.
Gel buraya. Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Çekil önümden. Ederim gel buraya.
Will know of your sacrifice.
Hey! You look familiar. Die, please!
Why would anyone do that?
You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life!
Artık bir anlamı yok. Burada olmadığından eminim.
You are I'll have your hand for that! Dirty thief, I'll have your hand for that! Dirty thief, I'll have your hand for that! You've no reason to be out here, old man. Dirty thief, I'll have your hand for that! Shouldn't be here. Be gone. Thief! You are filth!
Anyone!
Follow a false god.
I've done nothing wrong! Why are you doing heresy elsewhere?
Coins, please.
Help! I need help! Please, anyone!
ردوها علي.
You
What? How can one expect to defeat? I will end your life.
Thank you. I only wish my sons were half as brave as you. I'll see to it that we hear this tale and know what it is to be a true hero.
That man is a killer!
Who saw what happened here? What's this? What happened to this poor soul? Thief! You are filth!
Let go of me! I've done nothing wrong!
Die, thief!
Oh, somebody help me!
اغرب You're a sick man! You cannot escape!
Good you came along when you did. Another minute and they would have made off with me.
Over here! I'll have your head! You won't get away from me! Your life is foolish! Here they come! Infidel, die! What are you doing? No! I'll get you! After him! Faster! Don't let him get away! After him! Faster! Pay for your sins! I will end your life! He's firing himself! Get him!
They go against the will of God and must be made to pay. Everywhere they ride, they leave only suffering in their wake.
Sure he was
They
made by...
say it is a crusade. A crusade for what? Ignorance? Violence? Madness? We must resist. We must fight them in any way we can. South comes the English king and his infidel army. They leave horrors in their wake. Salahadin rides to meet him, that these barbarous acts might be avenged. Pray that God, glorious
Have you gone mad for doing that?
favor with us. He may claim our victory. The fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy, But I say, this is an honor. To die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in.
Leave the
There
place.
is no greater glory than this. Be wary, friend.
Hırsızlar aracına müstahak.
What have I done?
Be wary, friend.
Pis hırsız.
The Titan is everywhere.
Vereceksin.
What's wrong with him?
Pis hırsız.
ارحل على الفور! Salahadin! He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake.
Did you see the order? He wants us to repair a stage for another execution. Today.
It's the one at the western edge of Solomon's Temple. I was on my way just now.
So much death.
Worried that our true leader might return and bring a measure of justice to this city.
Yes, and not this mockery Majd ad-Din parades before us.
How? How does something like this happen?
Everyone appointed in Salah ad-Din's stead is met with an untimely end. And now the position falls to him. He, who was once nothing more than the Emir's scribe.
How convenient. It would not surprise me to learn he was behind these accidents.
Shh! If the guards hear us, we'll be taken for treason. Executed on the very platform we have to repair. Come, let us return to work.
You've something to say? Make room.
Someone should stop him before he hurts himself. Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry.
ارحل.
Somebody help me!
تمهل.
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear it.
What? Who's done this? Tell me.
Where are you? I know you're here somewhere.
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Kaçman fayda etmez. Gel buraya.
Man is a murderer! Guard!
سوف أنبهك.
He just ran into someone. Is he blind?
such a strange man.
Leave now!
Could you spare a few coins?
كثيرا.
You again, Grandmaster. Safety and peace. I'm so glad to see you. In these troubled times, they ask me to prove myself. But I feel so inadequate when I compare myself to you. I must kill 2 of Majduddin's men without a fight. Could you show me the way? I will be forever grateful, and share a very interesting story with you.
You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life!
My family is Why are you doing this? Could you spare a few coins?
Die, thief!
Be more careful, I heard it.
What's going on? Oh, yeah. Oh, here, my head.
You are the best the clan has ever seen. Here is my story, Master. I was cleaning the temple steps. I overheard 2 scholars praising how easy it was for them to pass the soldiers guarding the entrance of the execution plaza. If you time your entry properly, they could provide a nice distraction for the guards. But I am sure that with your wisdom, you knew that already.
You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life!
No, you don't understand. I have nothing. I've done nothing wrong.
Die, thief!
What is this?
Please, do something.
ردها علي.
You're dead man! أنت تتبع طريق الضلال! Flee while you still
All the city will know of your sacrifice.
Show yourself!
are not supposed to be here. Leave. You are not supposed to be here. Leave.
For none of us is above temptation. Should they act contrary to the law, such a shame.
All right, where are you? What are you hollering? Away with you.
The land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy, but I say this is an honor to die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this. Curse him! Curse the Christian king and his army of infidels! They go against the will of God and must be made to pay! Everywhere they ride, they leave only suffering in their wake. They say a crusade for what?
I don't understand what he's trying to accomplish.
Altair, I meant to meet a contact nearby, but the guards seem to have it in for me. Every time I leave here, I'm attacked and forced to flee. I'm simply not the fighter I once was. Would you be willing to see me safely to my destination?
لن يفلت منه مرة.
Could you spare a few coins?
Filthy heretic!
What happened here?
What happened to you?
What happened to this poor soul?
Oh, how terrible.
I'll have your head!
Get us out here!
You cannot run!
Yes! Infidels! They go against the will of God and must be made to pay! Everywhere they ride, they leave only suffering in their wake.
Infidel!
My family.
happened.
Good. I should be safe here. They won't dare spill blood in front of a holy place. In the chaos, I managed to grab this from one of the guards. Perhaps it'll be of use to you.
God curse the one who's done this. Where are you?
God Almighty. What's this?
Before it has a chance to begin. That city is ours, has always been ours. And it is our duty to defend it until death. The Crusaders must be destroyed! The fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense.
We must be
It was a tragedy, but I say this is an honor to die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this. Praise be Salah ad-Din! He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake, it is our very existence we are fighting for. The infidel king would see us all fight from the world. We must resist. We must push back. Praise be Salah ad-Din! He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization.
Odd. Why would he do that?
There is no reason for doing that.
Just a few coins, please. Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry.
What is he doing?
I beg of you.
Everywhere! Watch it! Waiting! He tempts us!
What news, novice?
I am not a novice.
A man's skill is defined by his actions, not the markings on his robe.
We can trade barbs or do Al-Muallim's work. It's your decision.
Then be out with it.
Jerusalem's regent Majd ad-Din is holding a public execution not far from here. It's sure to be well guarded, but it's nothing I can't handle. I know what to do.
And that is why you remain a novice in my eyes. You cannot know anything, only suspect. You must expect to be wrong, to have overlooked something. Anticipate, Altair. How many times must I remind you of this?
As you wish. Are we done?
Not quite. There is one more thing. One of the men to be executed is a brother. One of us. Al-Mulim wishes for him to be saved. Do not worry about the actual rescue. My men will take care of that. But you must ensure Majd ad-Din does not take his life.
I won't give him the chance.
So I hope.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
It's forbidden for you to be here.
My family is sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins? Please, sir, have any money? We need food. I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. A few coins. All I ask is for a few coins.
I'll have your hand for that!
Stop it, please!
Go back to the infidels!
Good you came along when you did. Another minute and they would have made off with you.
What's got into it? It's going too fast.
Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry.
Please, sir, have any money? I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. No.
Silence! I demand silence! People of Jerusalem, hear me well. I stand here today to deliver a warning. There are malcontents among you. They sow the seeds of discontent, hoping to lead you astray. Tell me, is this what you desire? To be mired in deceit and sin? To live your lives in fear? Then you wish to take action? Your devotion pleases me. This evil must be purged. Only then can we hope to be redeemed.
This is not justice! And all of you stand idle, complicit in this crime.
What curse you are! See how the evil of one man spreads to corrupt others? They sought to instill fear and doubt within you. But I will keep you safe. Here now are four filled with sin. The harlot, the thief, the gambler, the heretic. Let God's judgment be brought down upon them all!
Your work here is finished.
No, no! It had only just begun!
Tell me, what's your part in all of this? Do you intend to defend yourself as the others have and explain away your evil deeds?
The Brotherhood wanted the city. I wanted power. There was an opportunity.
An opportunity to murder innocents.
Not so innocent. Dissident voices cut deep as steel. They disrupt order. In this, I do agree with the Brotherhood.
You'd kill people simply for believing differently than you.
Of course not. I killed them because I could. Because it was fun. Do you know what it feels like to determine another man's fate? And did you see the way the people cheered? The way they feared me? I was like a god. You'd have done the same if you could. Such power.
Once perhaps. But then I learned what becomes of those who lift themselves above others.
And what is that?
Here, let me show you.
Keep up with him! Don't let him get away! Kill him!
من المحتمل أنه هرب إلى جزء آخر من المحتمل أنه هرب إلى جزء آخر من المدينة.
Out of the way! Look out! Kill him!
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Açılın!
What are you doing?
Has he lost his mind?
Jerusalem needs a new ruler.
So I have heard.
What's this? No words of wisdom for me? Surely I have failed in some spectacular fashion.
You performed as an assassin should. No more, no less. That you expect praise for merely doing as told, however, troubles me.
It seems everything I do troubles you.
Reflect on that. But do so on your way back to Masyaf. Your work here is done.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
We done already?
Get up.
Whatever you say, Doc.
I'm ending the session. I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything's Denver. I don't see how he could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt. Guess you're more important than you realized.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestors started during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Vidic's a Templar?
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No. Except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nut jobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good. But the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do? Lucy?
Yes.
Miss Stillman, I need to speak with you. Get up here, now!
On my way, Doctor. I'm sorry, Desmond. I have to go. You should turn in for the night. The answers to all of your questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look. Please, Desmond. I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't leave. And I can't leave until you're in your room.
Missed you this morning, Doc.
Get in the Animus.
Time to start the program, Desmond.
When the Animus shows you are being watched by an informed guard, you should blend immediately.
Come in, Altair. I trust you're well rested? Ready for your remaining trials?
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask then. I'll do my best to answer.
The Merchant King of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Akka with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land, and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Eris used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it, whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects, to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people, make them like Gagne's men.
The perfect citizens, the perfect soldiers, a perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
Then they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Akka, known as Sibran. One in Damas, called Jubair. Visit with the Bureau leaders. They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for you.
They won't find me. I'm but a blade in the crowd.
Here, my gift to you. In gratitude for the good work you've done.
Where is he going? What could cause him to run? Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know. The work of a master. And that, my students, is how we all should fight. You must be busy. I understand.
Use free running to escape from a fight when exposed. Sprint to lose your enemies, and jump through merchant stands to avoid the crowd.
Greetings, Altair. What news?
Al-Mualim has named another. Calls himself Sabran.
I am familiar with the man. Newly appointed leader of the Knights Teutonic, he resides in the Venetian Quarter and runs Akka's port.
I'll start my work at once.
Here are the places where you should focus your search. On the docks east of here, among the ships and their crews. At the chapel to the northeast, near the cross overlooking the port. And to the north, in front of St. John's Gate.
This is most helpful. My thanks for the guidance.
Altair.
Yes, Rafiq.
I owe you an apology.
For what?
For doubting your dedication to our cause.
No, it was I who erred. I believe myself above the creed. You owe me nothing.
As you wish, my friend. Go in safety.
Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft. Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft. Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft. Prévenez-moi si vous l'apercevez. This place is...
I hear you're looking for information on Sabran. Karam's found something you'd probably find useful. Best track him down if you want it.
ist ein toter Mann!
Anyone?
Bandit! J'aurai ta peau!
Please help me. Anyone?
Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft!
Stop! You must not trespass here. Could I interest you in any of my wares?
Safety and peace, brother. I've been looking everywhere for you. I stole this letter earlier today. Read it over. Hopefully it'll be of use.
Presented to the court of the chain by midday tomorrow. No exceptions, no delay. By order of Sibrand, all merchant vessels must be turned over.
Go away!
Did they let you into the city, or did you fight your way in? Oh, perhaps I should be more respectful, as I myself now require your help. I spent too much time in the harbor brothel last night, and insulted a Teutonic knight's wife, or so I am told. Now there is a group of them after me. Could you give me a hand or a blade? If you return before I leave the city, I will give you the benefit of my wisdom.
Il n'a rien à faire ici. Fiche-moi le camp. Qu'est-ce que tu veux?
Liebe gehören gehängt. Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft.
Be gone, Pest. Who saw what happened here? Maudit voleur! Je te ferai trancher la main! Tu n'as rien à faire ici! Fiche-moi le camp!
Einmal schon habt ihr ihn verloren. Lasst ihn nicht noch einmal entfliehen.
Oh,
jemand an ihnen!
Lass doch alle!
Oh! Geht weg euch! Oder ich werde euch reagieren niemals!
Je vais te traquer comme un animal! Ne restez pas là! Oder ich werde euch über den Haufen rennen! Oder ich werde euch über den Haufen rennen! Le voilà! Poursuivez-le! Plus vite! Attrapez-le! Attrapez-le! Je l'ai trouvé! Il ne doit pas s'échapper! Je l'ai trouvé! Poursuivez-le! Plus vite! Wie eine Ratte! So verwundet! Verwundet! Dann ist es jetzt oben!